Hello everyone, Gear Show and Teller here. Call me Teller for short. Last video, we talked about this Recon 1 from Cold Steel. The Cold Steel Recon 1. I caught on to it because I was watching videos from Cutlery Lover and one of his friends, I'll call him, Derek Grebner, 87, Tex Grebner with Tex Grebner Outdoors, is a Cold Steel fanboy. Self-admitted Cold Steel fanboy. All you have to excuse me. I've been suffering congestion. I had the bug, the flu. No, I think it was just a cold. It wasn't the flu. It didn't hit me hard. Just now I have to deal with all the congestion. Back to the knife. This is I bought it just because of him. Even though he would say things like "fuck Spyderco" and so on. A good knife is a good knife. Cold Steel, they outsource their knives to, is on the blade. There it is. Taiwan, which is why this knife, as well made as it is, costs around $40, maybe $50, depending where you shop. Retail price, not MSRP. Okay, right there. Recon 1. Excellent folding knife. Excellent folding knife. If you forgot how long this sucker was, here's my universal ruler, because everyone should have a $2 bill on them. There's your blade, and look at how far it goes into the handle. There you go. Let's close this up. And you have another measurement right about there. Okay. You might be wondering what those are. This can come left-hand carry, but if you see that the pocket clip is curved, you couldn't put this one on the other side because it's going to curve down like that, and that's not going to fit the contour of the knife. So there's actually a secondary pocket clip that comes for left-hand carry. You either carry left hand or right hand. You can't change it to the top, so it's always going to be tip up carry. There's your tip. Tip up carry. And just a quicker review before I go on to the next knife I have. Remember what I told you about the G10? It's real aggressive, really textured and aggressive. This paper dollar here, if I didn't make the modification, I would tear up shred under this pocket clip because the pocket clip is pointed. It comes to a sharp point. What I ended up doing was taking some sandpaper. This is it's 400 grit right there, 400 grit. I took the sandpaper, put a block in it, took up the pocket clip and sanded right underneath that pointy right there, even a little bit past it and before it. That way, when it slips on, it doesn't chew up my pockets that much. Besides that, it feels good in the hand. It does feel good, especially a reverse grip. Now, I caught on to this. I found this company. So okay, the knives are cheap. They're relatively cheap. If you remember from an earlier video, I told everyone that what I liked about the Bird Cara is right here. The choke up finger choil. Right there. So watching more videos, this next knife, the one I bought here, did not come from watching one of Tex's videos, because he was just about the Cold Steel Recon 1. All about that. I actually watched a gentleman called the Late Boy Scout, LBS. This guy, I like how he presents his videos, I like the way he talks, and I like his content. And because of his video on the Cold Steel American Lawman, ooh boy, it hurts to talk. Cold Steel American Lawman, I had to buy it. Okay, Teller, why did you even bother mentioning about the bird Caracara? I'll tell you why. It comes with a finger choil. There. Right here is a nice choil. Granted, it doesn't give me a whole lot of confidence like the bird Caracara does. Jimping, a nice recessed, made for your fingers to go into. There's still a sharp edge right there, ready and waiting for my finger for just one bad slip. There you go. But it's still a choke up choil. Put your finger there, put your other finger on top where there's no jimping. Well, you have decent control of the knife. This blade shape was very attractive. Very, very attractive. It does have the triad lock. And I'll be honest with all of you, it's hard for me to say anything about this knife that other people have not reviewed about it, which is probably why my videos have been so short thus far. All I can tell you is just my history with the knife, why I bought it, what video and who I listened to, which led me to buy it, and so on. Ergonomics, I love it. I have medium-sized sausage fingers. I love it, and the finger choil. I carried this for a while. You can see some of the nicks on the blade. And if you can see here, this pocket clip has a few more scuffs on it. A few more scuffs on it compared to the Recon 1. I carried this knife for a good long time. And this is knife number 3 that ever cut me. And if you can see my fingers, I don't know how good my camera is. I need some light. No, that just makes it worse. You're gonna have to believe me. There's a white mark that follows this part of my finger right there. It's a white mark. Come on. Okay, hopefully that's the best. I think that's the best you can get from it. Right there. This is my middle finger. And I'll tell you what I was doing. I don't have any on me, so I'll just use some of this. I was trying to cut some electrical tape. I do, and not recently. I do play airsoft. It's the only form of gun training that I can afford right now. I was trying to cut off a piece of tape, electrical tape. I was working on some wiring, and I thought it'd be cool if I held it like this and use my American Lawman to cut it off. Well, you can guess where this is going now. I made a miscalculation because I tried to snap it and cut the tape. My finger was like that, so when I snapped it, slice right there in the finger. Ooh, it was pretty deep because this mama jamma is sharp. This is one sharp dinking blade. One sharp blade. Come on. There, come on. Come on. Oh, there you go. This was one sharp blade. Especially that tip. Slice. Oh man. It was worse than the other slices I've gotten. Worse as in it should have had stitches. But me, no medical insurance, being a manly man, I took rubber bands, formed a tourniquet at the end of my finger, and please don't judge me. Just don't judge me. It worked. It left a scar. I'm over it. This happened more than a year ago. Cut the blood flow. Blood stopped going. I pinched it closed. I was able to find Do I have it here? Oh, there goes a coin. I was able to find a clamp, which is one of those paper clamps that you use for holding documents together. I clamped it down, made sure the skin was touching together, and I took some super glue, glued it up, counted, oh I don't know, maybe to a minute, 60 seconds, and then I covered it with a band-aid. And I went to work the same day. Needless to say, besides the white scar, which this camera can barely pick up, my finger was fine. So I might even do it again one day, because I don't want to deal with stitches. I'm not afraid of needles or anything. I mean, I'm sure as hell not afraid of knives. There, you can do that. There you go. Yeah, that's just what happened. That's just my history with this Cold Steel American Lawman. Great knife. It's a great knife. If you like that blade shape, because remember, I'm just now getting away from Spyderco knives. I have a full-fledged line of, I won't say full-fledged. I'm trying to use big words I shouldn't be using. I do have a good collection of Enduras. So now I'm in the cold steel at this point of my collection. Alright, well, hope you enjoyed my story. I think this is the most interesting story. We'll see what happens with the other knives. Gear Show and Teller, signing off.